want to be a trader, you have to have a relationship with the charts. If you, for all those who are happily married, you have a relationship with your spouse. A good one, a great communication. Many of you right now have terrible relationships with this chart. Terrible. Like you guys are on Maury, lying to each other. All types of things, right? So we're here to, what? Improve that relationship. Make it better. So there's a better understanding, right? So it's not you thinking, oh, well, I'm going for a buy, let me run and go for a buy. And then it reverses and goes on a sell. And then let me run and go on a sell. Before you know it, you're just running around in a circle. And that circle turns into your bank account. Donut, zero, right? You don't want to do that, right? You want to get an understanding. This thing is taking a long time to load. Is this up right? Yeah, it's definitely up. I know I put it in there.
Wi-Fi.
I wonder, Wi-Fi. Don't worry, we'll be fine. All right? So you want to have a relationship with the charts. Don't worry, I'll keep you guys all updated in the telegrams and everything. So we'll be all right. We'll be fine. So if you can bring up another chart, then I'll just go off of that chart. Just keep typing. Maybe bring up another pair or something. See what happens. But anyways, you want to have a relationship with the charts, with the market. You know why? Because remember, at the end of the day, this is all human made. This was created by a human being. There's nothing, it might look difficult, it might look foreign to you, but it's actually speaking to you, it's actually talking to you. All the answers are there. My dad used to always say this when I used to, in the beginning, struggle with math, and his way of, making me understand was smacking me across the head, right? Like, don't think about getting 2 times 2 wrong in front of him. Like, forget about it, right? But he would always tell me, the answer's in front of you. Everything's right there. You're just not paying attention. You're not looking. You're not understanding what's happening in front of you. So, nothing?
No.
Nothing. So, when you're looking at the charts, you want to understand exactly what's transpiring. All right? Some of you guys, when you're trading, you want to jump in the trade and you want to already hit buy and sell. Right? It's like your hands is on drugs. You just can't control yourself. You have to push a button. You just have to push a button. Right? But again, you want to understand what's transpiring. And the charts is actually telling a story. So for all my people who are actually trading, you can actually envision this. For those who are not trading, you just want to listen in. So as you know, guys, there's 9 time frames, right? You got the ones who are trading. You got the 1 minute all the way to the monthly. So I like to look at the time frame as a book. The 1 minute being a word in a book, the 5 minute being a sentence in a book, the 15 a paragraph in a book, all the way to the monthly, which is the entire book. So like any book, you want to understand the entire book. Some of you guys just go to the 1 minute, you got 1 word, and you think you understand the whole book. And this is where you get yourself in a lot of trouble. So you want to analyze, because on each chapter, something is happening, right? If you've ever read a story, is each chapter the same? No. Of course not. No different when you're looking at the chart. When you're going through each time frame, you're not going to see the same exact chart on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. All different time frame. So I tell you guys, so for those who are actively trading, you're looking for something. So you want to identify what's going on the monthly chart. You want to mark that up as much as possible. You want to identify what pattern, where you at, what trend. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Are we moving sideways? Is it consolidation? You want to identify. Then you want to do the exact same thing on the weekly chart. Then you're going to do the exact same thing on the daily chart. Then guess what? You're going to do the exact same thing on the 4 hour, then the 1 hour. So you guys always wonder, well, Steve, how do you get your overall analysis? How do you know this was going to happen? That's all I'm doing. I'm breaking everything down, right? Who's GJ, right? Some of you guys said y'all caught that sell, right? How many weeks have I been talking about that? How many weeks have I been talking about that? GJ, GU, Great Britain, Swiss franc, all those pairs that dropped. How many weeks have I been talking about that? It was so funny. There was a whole bunch of people running around and going, oh man, I lost I was in buys and this, buys and that, blah, 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 blah. They didn't understand the book. Right? I was talking about it for weeks. I said, and what would I always do on my sessions, if you guys watch me on IML TV? For those who do, what do I always do? I give you the overall outlook.
The Wi-Fi week.
Do I not? I give you the overall outlook of what's transpiring. So I said, long term, this is what I'm expecting. So let's break it down. What's happening on the daily? Boom. What's happening on the 4 hour? So what's happening right now? So right now, we might not get that big move to the downside. It might still scale up. But long term, we want to be on the lookout for a big sell. And then what happened on Friday? We finally got ourselves. Boom. And for those who caught it in the Telegram, paint it out. Right before the move even happened. Gave you step by step. That's exactly what's happening. We got our first impulse. We're not getting in for ourselves. We're going to wait for our flag formation. And then we woke up Friday morning, and then boom, nice 200 pip drop. Right? Point blank, step by step play on exactly how it happened. So I broke it down literally from the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour to the 1 hour. All the way down. That's how you want to analyze these charts. You need to understand every chapter of what's happening on the chart. If you don't understand every chapter of what's happening on the chart, you're not going to make money. Like any student, like you're studying anything, you got to know all parameters of what's going on. You don't sit in your car, punch in your, put the key in the ignition and just think it's going to drive off. You got to understand how to push the clutch, step on the brakes, switch gears, all of that in order for the vehicle to move. So the same thing here. In order for this to move, you know what? You have your MT4. Do they have an MT4? Maybe not. I was going to say, maybe put up the MT4 instead of going on trading view. It'll probably come up. But anyways, so you want to understand what's happening on every time frame. Because when you break it down literally like that, from the monthly to the weekly to the daily, until you find your entry on whatever time frame that you want. So if you like to enter on the 4 hour, and you break it there, you will get a better understanding of what's transpiring. So you say, hey, I'm on the 4 hour, I'm expecting a flag up here, but based off the daily or weekly, we got a downtrend coming. So I got to keep in mind of that. How many times have I said to you guys, I'm not interested in any GU buy. So you won't see me call a buy for GU at all. The only thing I'm looking for is sell. Sell, 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 sell. And for those who are actively trading, what do you see happening right now? See it's dropping, right? Same thing here. So it's understanding my relationship with the chart has allowed me to understand it to a point where I'm able to pinpoint where the markets go. You need to develop that relationship. For those coming in here, that's what you want to do. You don't want to just jump in and think you're going to make $1 million. That's not how it works. I'll tell you, Warren Buffett, and I was a big studier of him, when he started learning how to trade and investing, he started at 10 years old. He said every single day, up until he was about 16, 17, he would go to the library and read every single book on investing. All right? Now, let's fast forward. I remember he bought a company back in the 80s, an insurance company, and it was heavily in debt. And he looked at the chart, and other people were like, oh no, it's a deadbeat, you're going to lose money. He invested about $50 million at the time. And they said, no, that was bad. No. For about 5, close to 10 years, he was losing money. Losing, right? Like how many of you guys have been in a trade and it's a losing trade? You're losing and you think it's not going nowhere. And then when you finally get out, guess what happens? It does the move that you were expecting, right? How many times that happened, right? And then guess what? Based off all this technical analysis, fundamentals, his philosophy, that company started to turn. You know what company that was? Geico. You know how much he profited right now? He invested $50 million. That was back in the late 80s. Right now he's up over $500 million. Geico. You know what's Geico? See what I'm saying? So his understanding, his relationships with the charts is understanding of the numbers, realizing the value of what's transpiring, understanding how, some people will come up to me and, I get it all the time, hey Steve, this move didn't happen. Just because it didn't happen right now doesn't mean it's not coming. Right? How many times you guys, you'll hear me even yell sometimes. Why? Because I'll get those people come, I was expecting to sell. Just because it didn't happen right now doesn't mean it's not coming. Right? The market's not going to move because you said so. They that's their goal. They want that. They're going to sit there and try to frustrate the hell out of you. To the point you quit, over leverage, give up your position. Then they're going to make their move. I guarantee you, for all those who caught the GJ, you were happy. For all those who missed it, they were hitting themselves. Like, damn, I was waiting for this for how long? And then I didn't even catch it. Right?
You see this already connecting?
So this is the exact same thing here. So you guys, you want to get in the mindset. When you're coming into trading, you want to have a game plan. You want to have a game plan. You want to have, again, as much knowledge as possible. If you don't have no knowledge, you shouldn't be trading at all. Right? That's like trying to drive a car and you have no knowledge how to operate a vehicle. You want to have as much knowledge as possible. Number two, the money management. Some of you guys have terrible money management, but it's not your fault. I understand, right? You guys got to understand. Like me, my family, born in a third world country, so my dad did the best he could. Did a great job. Raised 4 kids, put us in a house, went to school and all stuff. Sucks when it comes to money. Don't tell him that, but sucks when it comes to money, right? Because he didn't understand how money works. And a lot of you guys, because this is what you grew up around, and because we went to schools that didn't teach us nothing about this. I remember what Jewel was just saying, right? Dubai, like it's a requirement. Literally, I had a kid inbox me on Instagram talking about, hey, I see you're a great trader. I want to come trade for you. I'm like, what are you, like 12 years old? What are you talking about trading? He was like, no, I'm 16. And I've been trading for like over 8 years. I said, what? What? Yeah, it's a requirement in Qatar. It's a requirement? Yeah. I just started learning how to trade like 2 weeks ago. But that's crazy, right? But that's how it is. You see the different mindsets? You see what they teach them compared to what we're being taught? We get taught the old ways, the industrial age stuff. Things that doesn't work anymore. Things that doesn't work anymore. How many taxis do you guys see out there these days? Very few. Right? Uber doesn't own one taxi company. Doesn't own one taxi. Yet they're the number one service providers when it comes to transportation. How many people still go to hotels? Right? Airbnb doesn't own one building. Doesn't own one building. You see how times are changing? So you have to come in with the mindset and say, hey, you know what? Let me come here and let me change with the times. Because if I don't, I'm going to get left behind. I'm going to get left behind. All right, so we finally got a chart up. So we'll use USD JPY. I wanted Euro odd because that was actually setting up nicely.
I think
that was
he can
going to
get
be
it.
your chart. But
He can get it.
you can get it? You can bring it up? That'd be awesome. I could use USD too. USD JPY. But get that? That's perfect. All right, awesome. Go on the 4 hour. 4 hours. All right, perfect. So for all those who came here, I want to see trades and everything like that. You got your next trade setting up. So tomorrow we got some odd news, all right? So now, as you can see, this chart is nothing complicated. It might look it, right? It might look foreign to you, but it's actually telling you a story. And what this story is telling you is that price has been going on a downtrend, right? Coming down. There's your little flag pulling back. And if you see right here, what's funny, if you go on a smaller time frame, this flag would actually extend out. Coming down, impulse, straight up, consolidation, boom. So now, remember when we caught that buy, what was it, last week, or about a week and a half ago? We caught the move. picked up and then called here. For those who are trading with me, what do you see happening?
Right.
So you know what we're going to get in tomorrow, right? We're going to get in for that sell. And it's going to coincide perfectly with all news. So you're going to see this consolidate here all the way up until Tuesday night. So this is really going to be our move right here. So just a little quick tip for those who are wondering with news and just think news is by accident or anything like that. No. A lot of times what they'll do, especially with big news, they'll hold it. The market won't move a certain direction until that Newsday event. Did you think that GJ drop was just a coincidence with the JPY news that happened to be that Friday morning? JPY is an Asian session pair. That was New York session. 9 a.m. We don't see that, right? That was done on purpose. That's not an accident. That's done deliberately. So when you can understand that, put news 2 and 2 together, and understand how this moves, you're gone. So if there's anything you want to walk away with tonight is, put it this way, the pair, all trades. And you can do this on any currency, any chart, any market. All right? Impulse, that means strong move in one direction. For those who don't know what impulse, strong move in one direction. You get a correction, so basically your flag, your pullback, and then trend continuation. That's how the market moves. Impulse, correction, trend continuation. That's why I tell you, if you miss that first impulse, don't get in. If you miss that buy or that sell, forget about it. Stay out of it, no matter how attractive it looks. Because what happens? You get in on the sell right here, and then you get all these sellers. And then what happens? Boom, price shoots all the way back up. And this is where a lot of you guys get caught up, and then you start getting scared, you start worrying, you start freaking out. You're like, oh man, what do I gotta do? I gotta deposit more money. I gotta do this and do that. So you wanna understand how the market moves. Once you understand how this moves, how it jumps up and down, you have a better idea of when you can take your entries in the market. So we know we have a nice flag setting up right here. So this was the first impulsive move. You got your flag, you got another impulsive move. So we're getting that second flag right here. All right? So for those, keep an eye on Euro Odd, and I'll update you guys all. So it's not ready yet, so there's no need to get in for a sell. It's not going to drop just now. It's going to purposely, and you'll see it. Once the odd news hit tomorrow, heavy, you'll get that big drop. And I'm expecting this to drop about 200, 300 pips. So for those who, all those, for you new people, that's money right there. That's a lot of money right there. That's a lot of money right there. To put this in perspective, for all those to understand, let's say this drops even 200 pips. Let's say you put one standard on that. That's $2,000. Right? You gotta understand the average American income, household income, monthly is $2,000, if not less. So you get funded. For all you guys who just signed up, you hurry up. You put the right lot size, guess what? You can make your monthly income in one day.
Do we have the in-tray number?
Right? You can make your monthly income just like that. Just like that. Right? What's been your biggest day trading?
I think like 3,300.
3,300 in one day?
Woo!
Lock that up. 3,300. I'll tell you right now, you're what, 22, 23?
23, yeah.
23. I did not make $3,300 in one day. I knew how. It wasn't legal, but I did not make $3,300 in one day when I was 23 years old. Right? You know how powerful that is for a 23-year-old to make $3,300 in one day? That's crazy. That's insane. And like Jules said earlier, this literally, it's crazy. And I know when you come in and you hear that, and you know what's so funny? We're so numb to it.
Right.
We don't even really process anymore. Like I sometimes, even me, because I do crazy numbers, just like today, 19,000. I'm just like, yeah, 19,000.
Can y'all give it up?
Right? When Garrett tells me, oh man, I only made 50,000 this week, and I was like, yeah, that's not enough money. I was like, what? Did I what? You see what I'm saying? But that's the norm in this market.
Right.
Seriously, I used to work on Wall Street. This is the matter of fact. What Don does, that's too little. I remember when I used to go to my boss. Hey, you made a $10 million deal. That's it. That's not. So you're gonna come into a culture. Literally, you're gonna come into a culture where you'll be able to make that type of money. And once you understand it and you're not even gonna want to think about going back to a job. There's no way. Once Don made $3,300 one day just like that on one trade, no way. His mind psychologically, subconsciously, he can never go back to a job.
So,
Why would I work 8 hours a day, 40, 50, 60 hours a week to make under $1,000 for that week when I know for a fact I have a skill set that can make me $3,000 in one day? 3 times 5, 15. So that's $15,000 a week. Let's say minimum. 30K every 2 weeks. $60K a month. Over $720,000 for the year. Would I rather sit at a job to make barely $1,000 a week? Does that make sense? So guys, you have a great opportunity here. Like seriously, take this seriously. Understand, get educated, understand how this works. You got myself and others who are going to show you the ins and outs. But the first thing you want to get in that right mindset. Mindset is so important. I tell this to so many people because they don't understand this. People think this is hard. This is not hard. This is actually the easiest part. The hard part is you. Can you conquer yourself? And a lot of you guys can't conquer yourself. But again, it's not your fault. You haven't spent enough time conditioning yourself, learning about yourself. You spent your whole life doing what others have been telling you to do. You know one thing I love about network marketing? So much personal development.
Yeah.
Personal development that we should have had when we were 2 years old. We didn't get no personal, we didn't really come into it by the time we get to college. That's why so many kids are so confused when they're in school. They're just like, well, I thought I wanted to be this, now I want to be this. I'm so conflicted. I don't even know if this. It's so bad today. Now you got people, I don't know if I'm a man or a woman. Right? Yeah. It's not crazy now. You got men. Am I a woman? You got a woman, I want to be a man. You see what I'm saying? So, you want to understand yourself. Because the better you understand yourself, better you have your mind is conditioned, the better you can become at this. So, even me, myself, right? Did you guys see me freak out when the first 1 or 2 trades didn't go right on the challenge?
not at all. I actually made money on it. Everybody else did.
Right? Yeah, but you see, it's okay. A lot of people, hey, no, I'm conditioned. You're conditioned. They're not conditioned, right? They're still, on that 9 to 5, thinking back in the day. They're not trying to learn the process, which is what I'm trying to get you. Which is the whole point of this challenge. The money is great. I hope a lot of you guys make a lot of money.
Yes.
I do. I want you guys to make money. Yes, Euro odd. Look for a sell. Signal, everything's coming out real soon. It's not ready. But we're going to be getting in the sell real soon for Euro odd, all right? That's what's coming up. Euro odd, Great Britain odd, all right? But I want, by the end of the year, for Don to walk up to me.
Yes.
For Jules. All you guys to walk up to me and say,
Yes.
Stevenson,
Yes.
I don't need you anymore.
Oh, man.
I can do this myself.
That's good.
I already know how to make now. I know how to make $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a day.
Yes.
That's the goal of the $200 challenge.
That's so good.
That's the goal.
Yes.
That's the reason why I drop these nuggets on you guys every single day. I give you these content every single day. I want you guys to become. That is iMarkets Live's vision.
Yes.
You're paying IML. You're paying IML so we can show you how to become self-efficient.
That's it. That's it.
That is the goal of IML, period. To enrich Build you, empower, and education. That's it. That is our goal. That's what we want to do. We want you to be a better version of you.
Yes.
That's what we want for every single one of you. There's no reason why you shouldn't be a better. I wake up obsessed. I'm not a better version. You should too. If you're waking up and you're just content, that's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. You should be wanting to evolve every single day. Become better every single day. You should be working your behind off every single day, right? You need to find a circle of people around you who's making you better.
That's right. That's
right?
good.
And if you have a circle that includes family and friends, you need to get rid of that circle. Trust me, I've gotten rid of a lot of family and friends, right? My mom doesn't like her, but she has no problem when I make her Lexus payment. Right? No problem with that. So you guys got to do whatever it is to make sure that you're growing and you're becoming better every single day. You want to master these charts? Let's be real, guys. Thought I was going to come here and teach you how to master this whole thing in 10 minutes, 20 minutes? No. I said the biggest battle is getting your mindset right.
Right.
That will come. The money will come. It's always going to be there. Haven't you guys realized that yet? Money will be there. You guys are so in love with money, you don't even realize money don't love you. It don't care for you. It really don't. You think it cares? Money does not love you. It doesn't think about you. It doesn't send you texts. Hey, I missed you. Hey, babe, where you at? What you doing? It doesn't do none of that stuff for you. The only way you're going to make money is you have to become knowledgeable. You have to get educated. You have to change the way that you think. Garrett has done it. Joel has done it. I have done it. We keep doing it too. You have to do the same thing. You have to do the same thing. Or else you're going to stay in the position that you're already in. And you're going to keep living that cycle for the rest of your life. And then you know what's going to happen? I don't know if you've ever been in a retirement home. All you're going to do is listen to a bunch of regret stories. I regret this, I regret that, I regret. And that's the worst way to live. You only got one life to live, guys. I promise you, I don't care what your religion is. You're not coming back. You're not coming back. This is it. You do realize that, right? So for all my young millennials, older people, this is it. You're not coming back. You get one shot to do this right. So you better make sure you're doing everything possible to accomplish the goals, to live your life. So when it's all said and done, when you're done writing your book, I don't care if the first 90 pages have been terrible. You get to write that last 10.
Yes.
You get to write that last 10. And you can make sure it's a bestseller.
That's right.
But the choice comes down to you. It ultimately comes down to you. The education is there. The mentorship is there.
Yeah.
Everything is here for you to become successful. There's so many of you guys who are in IML right now. I asked, how many people caught the USD peso trade this morning that I vividly gave out? How many people said they caught it? About 30. Look at that. That's terrible. That's terrible. That means you guys are the same people. I love money. Clearly not. Clearly not. Clearly not. Because if free money's coming to you, and guess what? It comes to you every day, believe it or not. Money is actually chasing you. It's coming to you every day.
Right.
You just have to get out your own way and accept it. That's all it is. That's what trading's about. Stepping out of your own way, realizing what's in front of you, what's happening here. Once you realize what's happening there, that's when everything clicks. Right now, you guys are in your own way. You're your own worst enemy as traders, right? I told you need 3 things: knowledge, money management, and discipline, patience. Most of you guys, no knowledge. Just try to come in just like a gambler who walks into a Harrah's casino, the Bellagio, and just tries to play craps, not realizing, understanding the game in front of them. Money management is terrible. And then discipline, right? So if you notice, these three things, these are all personal developments. That has nothing to do with this is a doji, this is an engulfing candlestick. I didn't say that. I not once said you need to know what an engulfing candlestick is. You need to know what supply and demand is. If you think about it, three things you need is all personal development. And that's what I preach every single week to you guys. Personal development. Get better. Understand the structure. How many times have you guys heard me scream that every single week? Understand the structure. Understand how this works. I want you guys to, I don't want to keep breaking IML servers. You know what that tells me? You know what that tells me? I'm doing a horrible job. I'm not educating enough of you guys to understand this.
You're doing great, Caesar.
I want to get to the point where only 10 people are showing up because so many of you guys understand how this is working. You don't need me. My class is too big. That means I got more work to do. That means I got more education to do. That's why I'm busting my behind every single day. I'm dropping video, I'm dropping content. I want you guys to make money, but I want you to understand how this works. So by the time this year is over, you're all walking on your 2 feet, just like a little baby. You don't need no assistance. You don't need no help. You don't need no training wheels. You don't need nobody. And if you understand that, you understand life. You don't need nobody. You guys are all capable of reaching your goals. Do you want to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Yeah. Do you really want to? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, for all those who just joined, welcome to IML. For all those who are here, currently here, and all stuff like that, keep learning, keep growing, keep evolving, and I promise you, you'll accomplish everything you want in life and more. God bless you all. Thank you, guys.
To finish up tonight, I'm coming back to Facebook Live in about 15 minutes. I'm going to be interviewing Stevenson and Garrett and Dante and Jordan, so you don't want to miss it. When you see me back on Facebook Live, tell your friends, jump on here right now. You need to start making money moves 2018. Yeah. You better use your social media. And we're giving them 100. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Well, being new, so what the suggestion gave us are 3 things to be successful, but what would you tell somebody who has no knowledge, zero, where to start?
I would say IML Academy.
Yeah, IML Academy. That's the first thing. It's like our babyfit.com. So,
IML Universe too.
yeah, IML Universe. It just came out. IML Universe just came out. So that just
Appreciate you. Thank you.
It's in the back
Get
office.
people to educate.
So if you're already in IML, or you're new, right?
Put it in a mini household.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So
goal.
basically, when you sign up, when you sign in, you got your username and everything in the back office. Can you go on IML? Are you on there? So that's what we're done. So basically, what you'll do is you'll go to imarketslive.com, you'll log in, and in the back office is all our products and services. So one of them you'll see is IML Academy. So basically, that's your school, that's your education, that's your preschool all the way up to college. All right? And then you also have IML TV. That's another service. So you'll have myself as an educator and then teaching you the ins and outs.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
So as a
Lamar, what's up,
that's
bro?
your starting.
Tammy, what's up? How you doing? Who else out here? Yeah, we in Norfolk, man. We in DC tomorrow, though. We just finished up doing the training with all the members in here. So what's up? he about to skirt through them ranks.
So when you log in, for all the new people and, you know, so when you log in here, right? So IML Academy, that's your school, right? So that's one of the services. So another service where you can get more education is IML TV. So it's like your ESPN for Forex. So round the clock, all day, you have people teaching from beginners all the way to advanced. So you got somebody like Adeze Duncan. She's teaching you the basics. I'm talking about the basics. And then you got somebody like myself and others, you know, teaching intermediate to advanced, right?
Gary, what's up?
All of this stuff is discussed in IML Academy. So this is where you want to start. This is the first thing you want to do. You're welcome. Any more questions? Everybody ready to build?
Yes.
Get it. Right? Everybody ready to hit Chairman 50 like you? $70,000 a month. And own 2 jets.
Listen, tomorrow we're going to be in Greenbelt. So
Tomorrow in Greenbelt.
You come yourself, get your guests there, they're going to close. It's worth it to come. If you're really serious about it, the more you hear it, the more you see it. Dr. China's going to be in the house.
Dropping knowledge.
You know, love
I'm
hearing
saying?
from her.
Who's in there?
Jared and Stevenson
Plugged
will be
in.
here again.
Let's go.
So come and Dante, Jordan. So come and meet us tomorrow in Greenbelt, Maryland. Does everybody have that information? Greenbelt, Maryland tomorrow? Anybody need that information that doesn't have it?
Green bell tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah, because y'all should have it in your telegram. Does anybody need it? Okay.
Let's see
All
who
right,
on
cool. If there are no more questions, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. If you are in, you need to plan on being in Las Vegas, March 16th, 17th, and 18th.
The Rise.
It's going to be so thousands of people there, making crazy amount of money. We're talking about a mindset shift. You need to be there. If you're serious about growth, it's kind of like Garrett said, Stevenson said, it's a whole culture of people that are really building serious wealth. You need to be around that. You really do. The more you submerge yourself in it, it's like he said, the more you're around something, you become it. You rise, you know, and then you get rid of being scared of this and scared of that and scared. That's unfortunately what happened with a growth mindset. They scared of everything. I still got people in my family like, they're at the mansion, they're at the crib. They know it, but it don't matter. They be like, something.
Some man, right?
You think I'm illegal? They like, no, you love the Lord, but something. I said, Lord, help my people, Jesus. So we all want to see y'all tomorrow in Greenbelt. Thank you so much for coming out, Pastor.
Yo, Jeremy, what's up?
Thank you so much.
I want to thank Dr. Jill Taker for coming here. I joined in December, talked with her on the phone, and she said, let me come to the office. And she's here today. And this is just a little gift to say we love you. And I want to thank, I want my husband to come back up because I appreciate him because he did give me the opportunity. So you like to say something?
Thank you all for coming out. We want to build a great team around here,
That's right.
and we have the personalities to do that.
Yes.
Amen. We got great people in this room tonight. How many people know we can build? Make some sense. We want to do that. Thank you, Mrs. Bull.
Thank you.
Amen. We meet you at the top.
And I have your information, so I will text you if there's another good talk.
And welcome to the team, to all the new members. Back into this cold weather we go. But what's up, Facebook? We out here. Just finished up. We got DMV tomorrow. We got Maryland tomorrow. We in Norfolk right now. Yeah, for sure. Let's go.
Are you from around here?
I'm from Maryland, but I live in Texas.
Okay.
Let me take my hat off.
I got a couple partners just up in Dallas. Next time I hear about a meeting up there.
Now, there'll be plenty of events in Dallas, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been plugging in with some of the folks out there, but I just don't know. When I see them on Facebook, then I just try to sell
Yeah,
it.
just message me. You in Dallas? No.
I'm
You got
from
people
here.
in Dallas.
Yeah, I got people out there. You on Facebook?
Yeah, I'll be on Facebook. I'm on live right now.
What's your name, my good?
Gary Robert. No, that's Gary McSween. I wish I was Gary. Yeah, I go right there.
Right here?
Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, Gary, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boss?
Mind if I get a picture with you both?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so
Appreciate
I got a
that.
picture too big. I get a picture with you right here, man. This is free billionaire.
Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you.
And then post me.
Come
Can I
get
get one
out.
with you?
Huh?
I said, can I get one with you? I
Oh,
want
of
to get
course,
yours
of
too.
course.
Yeah, so the car's going to work right now. We can try it. We can try it on my phone. If you want to.
Yo. But yeah, we out. It's cold. I got like 2 thermals on. I got thermal pants on and thermal shirt. What's up, boss? Rodney, what's good, bro?
I've been done like 2 weeks.
For real? You been in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I started like 2 weeks ago.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, you still getting your feet wet, but you said it's great. You off to a good start. You already
Information about it.
Right.
Around people like you, know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be,
I mean, that's the best part. You got
you know, that situation with me.
Right. You got to. See, that's what I was saying up here. You gotta surround yourself around people that's doing what you want to do. That's what I did.
Business and goals.
Right. You know, because a lot of people out here ain't got no vision, no goals. They cool with just going day by day. So when you surround yourself around people like that, it's like, man, I gotta get on my stuff. Like, I'm in the way if I don't. I know you gonna love it, man. You 2 weeks in, man. By the time next time I see you, you gonna be like, yo, I'm late.
3 weeks in.
Okay, 3 weeks in. Let's go, man. Y'all both late. I mean, just have fun, man, and remember, like, Forex ain't going nowhere. As far as the Forex side, we'll all die before that time. So, like, take your time, like, really hop on the session, call, use all the services, because that's the quickest way to learn, right? That's the quickest way to kind of get it. Like, using everything that you can. Don't come in just use one thing, barely use this, something else. But that's how you go. You really come in, use everything you pay for, really get on the call sessions, go through IML Academy, look in the group, see if anybody else calling any trade. Like, just plug in, pay, like, use what you pay, and you'll make some money. I can't guarantee that, because I don't know if you're going to do it. But I know it worked, right? I mean, that's what I can guarantee. So, welcome to the fam. 3 weeks. Mr. 3 weeks. Mr. 2 weeks. I ain't get your name. Rodney. You look kind of like a Chico. Hey, let's get it, man. You wide up and bust it.
We're gonna be bringing you back soon, dog. We good to go, sir?
How you doing? This your mom, right?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Mama ready to trade. I like that.
You're not an OG, put that nigga down.
Oh, my bad.
No, it was her.
Oh, I ain't no OG. Well, welcome to the team.
It's going to blow up.
They should have been here. I'll wake them up. I'll give them a song. Let them know this is where it's at. Huh?
Where you live at?
Texas. Barely. I ain't from there. I live. No.
Oh, you visit? Okay.
No, I live in Texas. We're going to Maryland tomorrow. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, we had
Y'all just launched this area,
Come here,
right?
girl. Yeah. This one's a dude right here.
Back to the book, though. What's up? What's up? What's up? Who on here? Nobody. I'm about to get up. I know I ain't been talking. But yeah, we out here. Who's in the DMV? Let's link up. Let's talk some money moves. Yo, Drew, what's up, bro? Lamar. This company? Yeah, I've been in this company for 2.5 years. No. I mean, well, there's a lot of leadership out here. They about to start doing meetings weekly, so y'all will have a spot to meet up, link up, get trained, bring other people.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I don't live here though, but we'll come back. As y'all, you'll probably see us more and more and more.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be back and forth.
Follow you like they follow him. Do you give advice with them?
I'm not as popular as him, no.
Okay. But you on the same lead as far as the leads that you give out.
Yeah, I mean he the trader.
Okay.
Yeah.
You trade.
He be train. I be trading, but I don't really, train like he be training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to learn trading, training every Sunday, Tuesday, and then all the other educators from like IML TV, IML Academy. I promote the business. I share it. Yeah, I do marketing. That's more of my thing. I like to share the story. I like to get people paid. He's more technical. Like I trade. I've been trading 5 years. I used to do what he do. It's very stressful. So I gave it to him. Yeah, you gotta think smart. You can't work hard. You can't work hard. You gotta work smart, right? So I was like, yo, Steve, you go out here and educate. So that's there you go. Money man. Hey Steve, we need some signals back here. Tell him. Yo, Steve, we need some more signals back here. We need some more signals over here. Hey, you too, boss. Hey, you too. Appreciate it for coming. You from out here though, right?
Yeah, from Hampton.
Hampton. Gotcha. Let's get it. Wide open market. I already know how the DMV gets. It moves.
Oh yeah.
DMV moves. Yeah, I already know. Next thing you know, it'll be 4,000 people in this room. Yeah, I know it. That's what I'm saying. You got it.
But like you said, it's actually she said wealth. It's a whole different language.
No, yeah. I mean, a lot. Network marketing is not new no more.
No.
So everybody done heard of network marketing, but when you say foreign, you don't even know.
I know you want to build a team.
This builds itself. It builds itself.
It's like,
You'll be surprised. It's been some people that I didn't work with for 3-4 years. They couldn't even hit the first rank of some of the previous companies. They couldn't even.
right.
They couldn't. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have some people. Not everybody's a builder.
Exactly.
It's some people in this company making $10,000, $5,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month that I could really call back the times where they couldn't get past the first rank in other companies. And it's because you know, everybody come in this company saying, I don't want to do network marketing.
Right.
That's everybody lying,
Yeah.
right? But the product works so much, it make you get up off your seat and be like, I gotta tell somebody. Next thing you do, you told 1,000,
and you gotta share it.
That's why I tell people, like, I'm not special. I just believe first
exactly.
that this was powerful. Like, I'm not special, you know. This sell itself.
And that's what they're doing in his life.
Exactly. Come on, man. Please, like, that's why I be trying to tell people. This is not even a debate about it.
Yeah, isn't it? The market's been here all the time. We just ain't been working it.
Yeah, I mean, they've been trading since.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I mean, in the Bible, they trade.
Come on.
But you know what? But you know what the funny thing is? When I was in like the 6th grade, my mama sent us to the white school. We had to read the newspaper and look at the trades. Once I got over to the black schools, because it's in our
that's
area,
what Steve
whatever,
was saying.
then it stopped.
No, that's
In their
very true.
school, because I went to the white school in 5th and 6th grade when they first integrated.
Right.
And they had us looking at the stock market and bringing in the pages from the stock market, and we were talking about it then.
Right.
But I hadn't thought about it because after you get out of school and college, they don't push it.
No.
So it wasn't in my mindset.
Exactly.
When I left this school, I left it there.
Nah, Alvin, that's Steve. Steve, the popular one.
Dubai, Kuwait, Qatar, they teaching it.
What's up, dog?
You know they're doing it in China and Japan.
That's why they so far ahead. And you know what? This is all.
But like you said, in that other country, they obligated to learn it.
Exactly.
Like it's a.
But see, that's the thing is, our schools don't teach anything
Yeah,
but
private
working for
schools.
some. They teach us how to be slaves.
Exactly.
They teach us how to work for somebody else.
That's work for somebody else.
But you know, you gotta realize for so long that was the right way to teach people. It's only wrong now because of the new world we live in.
Yes, but still they do the same thing and they haven't changed
Oh yeah,
the things
it's
that
definitely
they
a
teach.
broken system. Yeah, it's definitely saying
When
you
we
up for
know the
failure
truth,
now.
they're not even teaching the truth.
Yeah,
So
they don't teach you nothing now.
how to go to work for somebody else. Like he said, go to school.
Yeah.
I learned more on YouTube than anywhere. I went to college 3 years.
I went to college too, and she graduated from college too, and
The network was the best thing I got.
I learned more on YouTube and just being around other, people on the same path, giving me tips, and it's just up to you to listen. I mean, honestly, a lot of people get told the future. Not everybody listen though. Like, let's just be, opportunity come across a lot of people.
Keep working hard.
Blockchain, and that's what she was kind of getting into. Blockchain got to do with all the crypto and.
Oh, I got that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's kind of what she was talking about.
Right up your alley, woman.
Bitcoins and all of that.
Yeah.
Well,
First
the
invest in
computer
crypto.
is.
When did I first invest in crypto?
Say 2013.
Big or just bought
time.
anything? All right. So the first time I bought some, I think it was like 2015, 16, end of 15,
Oh,
16.
5 years later. Okay.
No, that was like 2 years ago. But I just started putting big money in probably November.
Yeah, you
last
get
Right
year.
before the big push up.
Right before the big push
came
up,
up,
so I
came
came
up.
in that joint right when hold up. I was like, oh, I'm liking this. Crypto is lit. So I mean, I was a skeptic. I've been knowing about Forex for 5 years, and so when the whole crypto came, I'm a chart reader. So when you look at this crypto, it's no chart really, unless you look at it. Well, at that time, it was really no chart. I just didn't think it was something.
to invest in.
To invest
That was
in,
going to
pretty
catch you on the stick.
I mean, I understood how it could be big, but it was no chart. So I didn't really, it's pretty much like you just throwing money in there hoping that it shoot up one day. Because there's no chart, And if you looked at any crypto back then, it was all consolidated. Everything was going sideways. And then, November, December, everything started shooting up. So now it's a little bit you can kind of chart off of, but
Not a whole lot.
still not a lot. That's why Steve don't trade crypto at all. It's not enough chart work.
All right.
Eat. Yeah. Been a long day.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I gotta ride with somebody.
Nah, that's you, Drew.
I got the running.